G'day guys, this is Paulie and Zand back again for part 2 of our KOTOR Let's Play. We just killed some Sith bitches. And now we're going to talk to this Gyros.
From a sea of corpses, we rise. We're LaggingAusGamers, by the way. This guy does not speak English.
And he's definitely going to eat these bodies.
Yeah, that's all he wants to do. He's hungry for human flesh.
I think we hurt him most with our grenade earlier. But, you know what?
Friendly fire.
It's a risk.
Well, I don't know if we're really friends with his type. Okay, so this is a side quest. So part of the first hub, you can actually get a lot of side quests, and one of them is bounty hunting side quest. And this is a bounty.
Yeah, you don't actually have to get the quest before you can hunt the bounties. You can collect on them at any time, even if you kill them before you know about the bounty. Though most of the quests do have exposition that
explains it.
Explains the bounty and that the fact that they're a target of the bounty.
For those who don't want to read or cannot hear the dialogue beneath talking,
it does also appear above if you ramble on.
Sing a song. Sing
All
my
right.
song. Going around the world. Anyway.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already.
It does appear around. You can read this stuff. We're gonna blabber over it and talk, and we're gonna persuade her to trust me.
Long story short. Strong story, Lord. We're gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Like, immediately after she tells us why we should kill her.
That's why I'm hiding out here.
And then we're gonna get more money out of it than we should possibly. I think I'll just collect that bounty on your head. You don't need to ask her any questions.
Think about what you're doing. If that pig had just kept his hands to himself, I wouldn't have had to give him
The one thing I don't like about BioWare moral choice is they kind of force you into an opinion. It's not like, I'm just going to kill you because I want the money. It's, I'm going to kill you because you deserve it. Like in this situation, you'll see in the next cutscene, or next, it's like... Okay, actually.
Well, this is a bad example. A lot of them are like, you shouldn't have done this.
No, here you go. The only choice you have that will let you kill her is she sliced that guy up. She isn't getting what she deserved. It's like, no, I don't care about what she deserves. I just want the money.
Well, I suppose the thing is, like, it's just representing your character trying to reason with a person who may not necessarily think they agree with you. But the thing with BioWare, or particularly this game, is like the characters will be like, no, we shouldn't do this, but when push comes to shove, they will just kill them.
Yeah, it's never really acknowledged.
In this game at least.
In later games, I guess there's sort of dislike meters.
It's one of the main ways you make people like you in Knights of the Old Republic too. We're gonna sell our junk to this guy and not buy energy shields because...
Well, my name is... I'm not telling him.
I know we're trying to keep a low profile.
We should probably tell him. Tiger Sign is a pretty badass name. Hey, I was
And one day if you're older, I'll tell you the origins of said name. Probably won't. Probably don't remember them. This guy has a really funny shaped head. In fact, most aliens in this game have in this universe have very strange head shapes.
His head's actually fine, it's just those weird tails he's got.
Yeah. They look really gross.
I know all about energy shields.
Like they constantly weep pus. Like
Kinda tasty though.
Like he'd have really wet shirts.
Yeah, they do look
It's
very...
like, hey dude, you been working out? No, it's just my tail slime.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, they look very glistening and wet.
Kinda gross.
I skipped that because I assumed you had time to read it. Let's see what you got for sale, buddy.
He has...
Show sell list. We got some stuff to sell.
I think
Don't
he's
worry
got
about
good armor.
We can... I don't think he does. I think later people have better armor, but we have a fair bit of stuff.
I think we can buy stuff for Karth, maybe. I forget, is Karth single blaster? No, he's two blasters.
He's two blasters. We'll save all our grenades and save all our... Let's see what he has to sell. He's got this stuff, but there's better stuff later on, so we may as well save our money.
And we've got the best vibroblade that you get for single hand weapons. You can get some better double-handed stuff.
Oh, you
like
can,
the
you can take
double-bladed stuff.
One of your companions comes with a vibroblade that you can upgrade, which is quite good for single hand because it's balanced.
Yeah.
If a character doesn't have a name, it's generally not worth. Like if they're just named after their race, like Twi'lek or whatever.
Human or noble. That's apparently it's a race of people. Don't worry about it.
Ithorian, for example, is generally not worth interacting with.
No, don't go up there yet. We've still got
sorry.
more stuff.
Oh, let's do that.
We've got people to antagonize and kill. Because you know what?
I don't think there are any more people to kill in this building. I think we can just rob some guys. Shut up, I'm robbing you. And yet, Mr. Good Guy Karth
Says nothing.
Yeah. It's a way to stand
What
up
the
for your
hell's that
beliefs.
thing?
It's corn.
Isn't that where you... No, that's a quarry. Never mind. I can speak.
No problem.
Can you?
Got it.
Apparently not.
Not well! Okay, yeah, so there is going to be, unfortunately, a fair bit of this sort of thing where we do just sort of run around looting stuff. And,
It's the sort of thing you don't necessarily...
shit. Garth, take it from here. Good boy.
Ready?
Look at his massive boots. Let's go antagonize his
Wow, they are really sexy if he was a girl.
Are they?
Yeah, knee-high boots.
You know, I'll walk wherever I want.
Yes, that's exactly what I think.
That's pretty much what I think.
You know what? I'm rich, I just stole from a bunch of people.
I have a sword and everything.
Where's your sword?
Then you'll be begging for Kadir to come.
I don't think we're ever gonna beg for you.
The apartment we stole.
Do you want to live in filth?
That we in no way pay
Garth,
for.
in no way are we going to live in this place. Yeah, we just pretty much rocked up there and took advantage of the best apartment in the building.
And I got work to do. The place doesn't clean itself, you know.
Well, as far as I'm aware, it does, buddy.
You know what?
I haven't seen you clean shit.
That's our apartment, so. Another thing that's kind of broken about this game, whenever you get low on health and you're not in combat, you can just teleport back there, then teleport back to where the combat was. So that's just an easy way to get full health without using medkits.
I wouldn't say it's broken. I mean, most games have a post-combat healing thing. Well, not most games, but a lot of
But
RPGs.
usually they cost a resource. This one is just like, hey, full health.
No, Dragon Age doesn't. You just do it. Like, immediately post-combat, you just heal.
Oh, you just regenerate health, yeah.
And same with Mass Effect, right?
Yeah, but I mean, within the rules of the game where you have to heal. I guess we'll go straight across to the cantina.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. There's some junk there. What we'll be doing throughout this game, we didn't really say, we'll be exploring most things. Like most of the side quests, if not all. We'll do as many of the character things as we can.
Zand knows a bit more about this game than I am, and I'm piloting, so there might be a couple of things we miss. Well,
That's
don't
not
miss,
really big
but if you want a 100% completion guide, I'm gonna be nice to him now, just to expose his history.
Basically, with most of the characters, there's not that many choices in conversation you can make that actually give you moral points until their quests. So
Yeah.
you might as well be friendly to them, and then you can fuck them over later, if you want to.
Yeah, that's one way to play the evil quest line. If you want to get the most evil out of evil.
And it really, like with this kind of game, like, well, this game in particular, there is a lot of replay value, mostly because the choices you have in quests are so polarizing. But I don't think you, unless you particularly like the game, I don't think you'd really like to play like 3 or 4 evil runs. I mean, I do because I happen to love the game. Every year or so I get a hankering to play it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I definitely don't get that. I've had trouble even beating it once. As an evil character. I didn't even get past Taros as a good character before I got bored.
Yeah, good is not something I do very often.
The thing that's happening here is Karth is accusing me of being a bit suspicious because I got recruited to the crew.
He's accusing you of being a human being, let's be honest.
And he's implying that because I survived the crash and got recruited at the last minute, I am a traitor somehow. And I'm gonna give him a shit for it.
Don't get me wrong, it just seems
I just like how illogical his fears are.
Yeah, it's a really oddly specific fear.
It's like, I think you made that thing crash. How? By the way, I was knocked out, you douchebag.
Yeah, I was completely unconscious and you saved my life. You could just let me be dead, but hey, it's a different game.
Your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably
Because you
How?
saved this! It's a little bit convenient that I saved your life, don't you think? What?
Yeah, you spent a fair bit of effort going around saving your life. Which one of these should we choose? Shouldn't we be trying to work together? I'm telling you, Karth, I had nothing
It doesn't
to do with
actually
Crash.
matter. At this stage,
You
you
know
can
what?
say anything
I had
because you
nothing
don't
to do with
you
the
don't
crash.
make, you don't make polarizing choices.
Yeah, I know, but
Basically, the
I feel like we should consistently roleplay.
well with the character with
Try
the,
something. I think I'm gonna threaten him.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do
With the character ones, unless you specifically do things that are like, I don't want to know, in this game, mostly you can advance their quests.
Okay, I had a bit of trouble. I shut off Cast Quest once.
Yeah. Basically,
you
it's
haven't
like,
heard the last from me on this.
Pretty damn tenacious, you know that?
I'm Tiger Sunny, Matt.
with Karth, you can be like really friendly and lovey-dovey and still advance the quest, or you can be kind of like aggressively, like, I'm alright.
This place sells a lot better gear, but I think the shop before you finally get into combat down in the Undercity sells the best gear.
Yeah. I mean,
So we may as well wait till then.
Yeah.
So we have the most money when we finally get there.
gear doesn't really matter unless it's grenades.
It kind of does in this early section.
You
Okay,
just need to talk, yeah.
Yeah, I can just open it.
Open it.
Well, the lock icon appeared and that confused me.
It's locked, but not.
You can talk to these guys here to play Pazak.
We're never gonna play Pazak.
Do not play Pazak.
You know what's good about Pazak?
Should we chat to her or should we fight the dudes?
Talk to her.
Okay.
Hi there.
I always talk to her, it's just
Haven't
about.
seen you around
You can
before.
fight the dudes and you get some more
Of course,
experience,
they
but
don't give us Sith officers from the military base
I
much
believe you
time
get more
off.
experience at least. You're from the military
I'm
base.
off duty
She's
right now,
a
so I'm not in
Sith
uniform. My name is
officer or
New
something.
York isn't first
She
class.
knows how to party. Don't worry, she's a
Yeah.
down-to-earth
And
invader.
if you have enough persuasion, you can chat her up.
I'm actually a little surprised you're talking to me at all. Most of
I never
And
really
get invited to a
understood the
party.
Sith, like the Sith motivation for anything. Like they're
I
not.
thought the Sith were a race that were
They are.
appreciate
extinct.
what we've done for them.
Well, they're not
Happy
extinct.
curfew
They're
on
just
the
not
whole
in the
planet, but
galaxy
we didn't.
at
You know,
this
it's
present
like
time.
everyone on this back
Oh,
wall.
okay, yeah.
But like the Sith Empire or Sith army, they're just kind of like, we're not the Republic, therefore we have to fight.
I think they're kind of scared.
But they kind of like
Yeah, let's
the
set up.
motivations aren't.
Exactly, it's all about attitude.
It's like
Nasty
I don't know.
scientist backwater
I don't really.
planet, but I try to make the best of it.
They,
It's very polarized. It's the Star Wars universe still, which is very good and evil. It's not black and white at all. Oh, actually, it's exactly black and white.
Yeah.
It's just entirely
It's
black
nice to
and
meet
white.
someone who understands what I'm going through.
I have read a lot of interesting forum threads,
Pretty lonely at the military base. I have to get going soon. I've
which
got-
are like, no, the Jedi are evil,
Plus,
but
junior
I
Sith
mean,
officers are having a party tonight to blow off some
because they
steam.
deny emotion. It's like, well, actually, it's just black and white. Sith are just evil.
I'll
I'm like,
show
that's
you
what
where
Sith
it
is.
on
Sith
your
is being evil. Jedi is being good.
map. Don't
Thanks,
be
man.
late.
So we just got
This
invited to a
time,
party.
ship's end.
And this is important for progressing the main quest.
I would actually say that there's a kind of an interesting subtext. Well, not really intentionally interesting, but like socially interesting in the sense that the subtext of the Jedi seems to be like similar to that very conservative religious idea that your general emotions and feelings are kind of evil. Oh, like if you give in to
Quickly
them,
interject. You can talk to that guy and give him 20 credits. Gets you nothing.
yeah, just don't do that.
There's no point.
Um,
You can antagonize this lady and she'll fight you
Where
later.
did you get this?
but yeah, like the idea that
Why
giving
is the
into your
healthcare so
emotions and
How dare
you know,
speak to me
living
like
in a
that?
passionate
Daddy's
way
going to
is
hear about
is
this.
going to lead to, you know, evilness is kind of similar to that kind of fundamental Christian ideal, whereby your basic human nature is evil.
I was thinking about this the
It's
other
kinda
day.
weird to
It
me.
came up later. But the thing that I really noticed, this is the arena, by the way. The thing that I thought about it was there's obviously some sort of corrupting influence from the Force.
Yeah,
People who are angry. So it's more of a less don't become crazy evil and psychotic, and more learn to control yourself so you are a good person.
but the thing with the like. Obviously, we are delving way too deep into a mythology that was never meant to be thought about. Let's just be clear. But the idea of the Force, as I understand it, was like it was meant to be, you know, the driving force for existence. So there's that kind of self. I don't want to say self-loathing because it's not that, but that kind of.
Respect.
Well, I'm not
Kind
gonna
of
say
like
respect, but
awe, respect, and
no.
fear. In a way?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I mean more like that idea that the very sort of basis for well, not basis, but the way people most people exist is just inherently bad. Is I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the Jedi. I think they're bullshit.
I think, yeah, a lot of
So I give you the
I lost my point. They're bullshit.
girl on two fingers.
Well, I know what you mean, sort of the idea of pointing yourself at something better, but in a kind of way that you are negative now is very deconstructive and
Yeah.
ultimately unhelpful. You know what, we're actually going to come back and do the arena later.
Well, we could just do a couple now.
I just want to see if I can persuade this guy. Because I've never been able to do it, and you keep claiming you can. So I want to wait till my persuade's as high as possible.
I think
Before
you
coming
can.
back.
I may have been talking
That's
out my
Bendek's
ass.
Star Killer.
He's a Mandalorian. You can tell by his non-face.
We won't bother chatting to him because his conversation leads nowhere.
He just says, "I'm a Mandalorian. I killed some dudes," and you go, "Okay," and he goes, "I'll kill you too, but not right now."
So this, if you don't antagonize that lady and you just persuade her that you're gonna buy her, that you're gonna go get a drink, she doesn't come out here with these two guys and fight you.
We like killing people.
But that's 200 experience you wouldn't get.
There you go.
Tips of the trade, baby.
Tips of the killing the aliens.
Right.
Trade.
It's not because they're aliens, it's because they give us 100 experience.
And a vibroblade.
But yeah, the thing I always... Star Wars mythology has always been quite black and white to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's not meant to be thought about, which is kind of disappointing.
I have
with
read
science
some of the
fiction.
novels. Some of them are horrible. Is there a
Most of
building
them
over there
are-
that we can go into?
Go right. That's to the next hub. This
Ah,
is
okay,
it.
yeah, okay.
So, like, this is another. This is one of the moral choices you can make. You can fuck around with some medics.
Though I would recommend you do it the way we do it. Because if you fuck around with them right away, you miss out on one of the side quests.
Yeah.
You don't miss out on it, you just don't get it in your journal.
Yeah.
I like the Grand Animal Thorns series, because that was quite an interesting sci-fi series in its own right. But some of the other stuff is like, and then there was Han Solo, and Han Solo did cool stuff.
And he shot Greedo second. Greedo shot first. Greedo didn't shoot first.
Basically what this guy's telling us is that there is a rat ghoul, i.e. zombie plague, down in the Undercity. If you chat to him about it a bit, he'll give you a quest to get it, and then you can chat to another guy and he'll give you another quest, i.e. a good and an evil way to complete to complete it. But if you just go towards the door in the background first, you don't get this quest.
Yeah, you have to talk to the dude.
for the disease. They overran the military base. If I could just
And
see how anyone could get their hands on that serum. I suppose the Sith patrols in the
sorry, I'll stop skipping dialogue.
Yeah.
I've played through this bit a fair few times, so I'm a bit antsy, but
But I doubt a patrol would just ham.
Basically, he just says, "Rat ghoul serum, rat ghoul serum,
and
Sith,
the Sith are very dangerous, is the general
Sith.
implication there.
Sith aren't rat ghoul,
Don't say that.
but both are dangerous."
I like saying
Suck
that.
my cock. It's the same voice, I
Shut
think.
me down. I only mentioned the serum.
It's very similar, yeah. I can
Don't actually
probably not the same voice, but
Oh, we could look it up, but we're not gonna.
anything
I
else
might look it up before next part. Just drop it in there.
Never will.
Are we going now?
Good health to you.
You really need to buy.
Ever need
You
any
never
medical
need to buy
aid or
health packs in this game.
You know where to find me.
I have never needed to once.
I bought antidotes. No, go back, go back.
No, no.
You're missing something.
No, no. I just want to go over here and make sure I get this quest properly.
Need to talk to
Oh, you can do both. It's easy.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
An offer?
isn't the only one.
Ooh, this guy's got a slimy voice. He's a bad guy.
So he's offering us money basically for the cure as opposed to giving it to the healer guy who will give it to everyone.
So the moral choice is giving it to the altruist.
Do we want money or do
We're
we
giving
want
it to the
altruist?
money
Yeah.
man. We want to give it to the money man.
Why do you care who gets the cure?
Zelka can't afford to pay me much. If you sell the serum to Davik,
Huh.
I can probably...
So Devik's like the hut of this world, except there are multiple huts. He's like
And he's not a hut.
Yeah, he's a human.
He's not one of them.
He's like what's the underground society? Underground. The bag.
Crap.
The crime syndicate he's part of. Is it just the syndicate?
with the disease.
It might just be the syndicate.
I think it is. It's something like that. I don't. Quite
It's something
remember.
fairly generic.
It's like the mafia, space mafia.
Just let the poor
Karth, why don't you look at me when you say that? Look at me.
Serum.
Why don't you look at my face, Carl?
Works for Davik. He'll pay
Because you remind him of his
Cure's
daughter.
really worth.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
No, not really.
I don't think he had a daughter.
I don't know that he does.
No problem.
Okay, you just...
I'm just talking shit.
Oh, hey.
Oh, floating bodies!
What are you doing? Don't go
It's
in
Luke
there.
Skywalker.
That door is
Two
for
of him.
employees only.
He's inside the
Hey, I
Tauntaun.
recognize these men. They're Republic soldiers.
You recognize these soldiers?
But how? Sorry, I may have played this once or twice.
Either tell me what's going on or explain it to the Sith.
Don't tell the Sith, please.
Basically, all the... I really like that you can extract credits from almost any situation.
I do like the fact that you can pledge yourself to one side of the situation, then just change your mind.
Yeah, but like, I suppose a game that was relatively
Well, for that you have my
close to this game, which I think does moral choices so much better than almost every BioWare RPG, is The Witcher.
I think The Witcher does much more.
That's like 2004, isn't it?
I don't know when The Witcher 1 came out.
I think it's 2004.
Or
5.
I'm going to agree with you. It was based on a BioWare engine. I particularly like this bit. We're just going to put that conversation on hold.
Oh.
It's going to cost you if you want to keep this information
No,
secret.
it's not. The Sith would torture me.
And Karth is very adamantly against that.
I am Karth, and this is bad.
And you're going to go, no,
Take these credits to
shut up, Karth.
leave this place. I don't
We're doing it my way.
with a monster like you.
And yet,
Some extra credits might help us.
he doesn't complain. Oh, he complains a little bit, but
Zelka's a good man.
he doesn't do anything to stop it, which he could quite easily
Show
do.
yourself out.
If he wasn't a bitch,
We'd kill him, but
like immediately.
yeah, we would. But
If given,
actually, he'd probably kill us in the fight right now. He's really the only reason we're still
he's
alive.
actually a level higher than us. That's probably. Hey, look, a guy.
Hey, look, more dark side points to be available. The Witcher does more responsible morality choices.
Well,
Well, less
that-
ridiculous.
Yeah, the thing is they're more subtle, but also at the same time they're far-reaching in the sense that they actually affect the way the game plays out. Basically, you can make moral choices, but they're kind of self-contained. Each instance is just a moral choice that doesn't affect the world, which is
Are you
kind
talking
of
about BioWare or The Witcher?
BioWare
Okay,
at the moment. The Witcher is the opposite. Each moral choice you make has
a larger implication.
an implication down the road that may or may not become immediate or become apparent. Like playing it 3 or 4 times, you actually see the
Fairly
results of
different
your
things play out,
choices.
yes.
Looks like we got ourselves.
And something that I know you quite like is that there's the option of actual neutrality as a legitimate option.
Yeah, particularly in BioWare games, neutrality generally nets you no reward.
Whereas like going, in the BioWare games, if you go full evil or full good, you typically get some sort of stat bonus or
Yeah.
something like that.
Or if you pander to your friends, you get a bonus.
Like, for example, in this, the more dark side points you have, the easier it is to cast force moves that are dark side.
Yeah, in Dragon Age
focus.
2, if you either make someone hate you or make someone like you, you get benefits regardless. But if you make them nothing you get nothing.
Yeah.
But in Witcher 2, you still get, or Witcher 1 and 2, you still get rewards or penalties based on your decision.
I don't know which system, like, each system and style of moral choice is a little bit different. Like, this game is more about this sort of a wacky, like, oh, I'm gonna make him do this and then I'll take his money sort of thing. Whereas The Witcher is a little bit more based on reality.
Oh, by the way, I told you if you chose 2 different dialogue options, you get double the dark side points in that mission. Continue.
Whatever. You can get full dark side points if you finish this, if you do this place right anyway. It actually doesn't make a difference.
I was just doing it right.
Doing it, whatever. I like that in the future they have spent a lot of money on floating things. Just,
Yeah.
This can float and that's sweet.
And, like, weirdly shaped buildings and...
No, they're fine. They're actually quite sweet. But like the floating thing.
those things.
No, turn around, like right next to you on your left.
Oh, yeah.
See that big floating statues? Like,
I thought you
it's
just
not even anything. It's just three floating blocks. It costs like $500,000 to maintain each day.
Fun fact, BioWare was pretty much founded by a couple of country doctors.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they were both one of them was, at least one of them was a country, I don't remember which one, or... Largo, he's got a name, so we should kill him.
I always thought this guy's name, well, whenever I read it, I'm like, hey, Lardo. Fatty. Something about BioWare games. No one's fat. Everyone's perfect.
It's yours.
No.
The huts are fat.
Okay.
Dragon Age.
Or
There's
well,
a
at
few
least
fat
this game.
guys. Yeah, in this game.
This game, everyone's physically like.
What are you babbling about?
trim.
You're not here to
It's a
kill
good idea to be nice to everyone at first to get their exposition,
I thought you were one of
because there's
Yeah.
usually a way to attack them better if you're trying to be dark side.
I mean, you obviously you can just play the aggressor, but I've always preferred the
I knew you were here to kill me.
know your enemy, destroy him utterly sort of idea. And
You're very sincere.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like if your enemy is, you know,
What?
quick to agitate, poke him a little or whatever.
Show up late and beat him to get through the door.
That's not Sun Tzu.
Pretty much is.
It's Musashi. Musashi, by the way, is way cooler.
It's like Sun Tzu, but
He
she shows up late and doesn't wash.
My favorite Musashi story is that he was a samurai, by the way. You can read about him. He's quite famous. Before a fight, he was given a bowl of water to wash in, because he was quite like part of his philosophy was that the warrior should never wash, like shouldn't concern himself with such things. The samurais were quite well kept.
The woman was moonwalking.
So they gave him a bowl of water, and he drank it. He just drank his clean, just to piss off his enemies. It's my kind of guy.
That's pretty much his strategy, was annoy my enemy and whack him to death.
Usually with a plank.
And this is the party. This is the girl who invited us to the party earlier.
So you can either talk to her or just turn up here and kill a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, there's some guys in conducting an interrogation, and you antagonize one of the guards, and then you fight them.
I always like this way better because it always seemed more dark-sidey. It's kind of sneaky and underhanded.
I never really minded. I never found any difference. The first time I did it the other way by accident, because I didn't have enough persuade. And then I did it this way, and... Well, actually, no, I watched you doing it this way the first time.
The result is basically the same. Remember, what you're here for is what's in the Sith backpack. And you know it's special because it's not just a backpack. It's a Sith backpack. You've got Sith armor, which I always thought looked sweet.
I never liked it. I always thought it looked kind of douchey.
Well,
Get
whatever.
out of my way, guy.
13-year-old boy. 13 boys inside me. So.
Oh, let's go kill some guys. Let's go kill the samurai.
Okay, Minnie. Hello, man. I'm here for your backpacks.
Let's go terrorize this guy's footlocker.
Talk to them. What are you doing?
No, they don't really say much. Just like,
be here. This ain't your home.
whoa, you got lip,
Your
child.
home is terrible. It doesn't even have rooms.
It has...
It has planks.
Dude, she gets a double bed. That's pretty sweet.
It's not a double bed. It's just like a glorified floating futon.
Dude, that is a double bed. Look. 2 people could fit in that bed, and obviously her parents are going to sleep in the same.
2 midgets.
Dude, there's 3 beds!
That's sweet.
There's not... That sounds...
It's because they're not happily married.
But only 2 chairs. No, 3 chairs. There's another chair over there for the child.
Where do they cook that food? We don't cook, we just eat aliens.
We've gone
We've
over
looked
here.
at everything. Yeah.
Let's go extort a Twi'lek. Oh, and kill some slummies.
Yeah. Let's kill them.
There is one thing that I like about this game, is that your attitude towards a fight does affect whether you get dark side or light side options. For example, in this fight, if I chose a certain option for the dialogue, I would not get any dark side points.
It kind
But
of...
you might have to fight if you don't have enough persuade.
Yeah, it basically acknowledges the idea that sometimes actions happen and you're not necessarily responsible. And there is
For example, I could persuade these guys not to do this, but if I failed it, then I'd have to fight them anyway.
but you'd still get.
But I
good
would
points.
get, I wouldn't get light side points, I'd get no points for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I've never
And
done
if I
light
pick
side.
this option, I get dark side points. Because I'm obviously going
All
to fight.
schlummies have mouths unless they're really strange.
I don't know, there's a fair few aliens on this planet. That guy doesn't have a mouth.
He's just got a shiny
Hey
face.
guys, walking at the camera.
This fight's really fantastic because the Sith help you.
Yeah, they just join right in.
Just walk away. Don't even fight.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna do anything.
Hey, those guys with fists are attacking like I with swords. Quickly, shoot them.
Hey, I didn't do anything. Self-defense, man.
Why did you choose our side? I don't know. Whatever. You looked like a Republic soldier.
You're wearing combat armor and everything. You got a sword. You look You're a warrior.
We don't want to fuck with you, man.
Okay, so this lady comes into play later in the main story as well, but
Doesn't
that'll
really
come up
matter.
later in the main story. Right now, you can go up to her and chat to her and get some credits out of her.
Look at her fat head. She's not as slimy as the last one. You know she's special because she's not just green.
Yeah, the guy from Return of the Jedi wasn't just green.
He blue.
I thought he was tawny.
He was not blue. He was a mix of teal and
Oh, everyone on this planet is a racist.
like a horrid racist, except for the aliens who are all like hopeless. Well, not hopeless. They're all innocent aliens.
They're just aliens, and they're all racist and
No, the humans are racist.
classist as well.
Well,
The humans are
I
classist
wouldn't
racist.
actually say they're classist.
Are you kidding? Those guys tried to attack us for being poor.
Oh yeah, I suppose actually they are. I was about to say the class system is basically based on race, but it's not. It's actually the Undercity, which is mostly humans.
Yeah, there's a lower city and the undercity. We're in the upper city at the moment, which is sort of the nobility, the money
Yeah.
spenders.
And I always liked that sort of hive world idea where the the rich sort of live on the clean surface, or the clean upper part of the city structure
and block out the sunlight for the lower classes and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like, as in like an actual social ideal, it's obviously horrid and unrealistic.
So you can't buy the T3M4 droid yet, but you can buy this one, which is worth doing, even though it may seem like a bit of a waste of money.
I think you can get light side points in this,
You can, probably.
but you basically
I have never
you basi-
tried.
You basically have to give up your dignity.
Yeah, I've never tried to get light side points in this. The only time I ever bought this droid was when I was like, can I exploit this for dark side points?
Yeah, you took it.
So you get some experience for buying the droid,
Hey, look, a party member that doesn't turn up. Guess what happens to him?
and then you run out here, and then you wait, and the droid shoots out.
Not R2D2.
Where's my jetpack? And anyway, you come back in.
Why is there a
here,
rock in front of me?
And you go, what's up? Pointless editing for the win.
Greedo shot first.
And then you go, that was a piece of junk.
No.
Nobody knows.
Alright, we're just gonna kill her.
Hey, don't skip.
Economically. They don't actually speak English. People can't hear what they're saying.
But yeah, but it's kind of annoying if you have to pause and restart the video. Okay.
You got no hard feelings and be a bitch.
Or you can just sort of,
Exploit her for her money.
yeah, even though she's a hard-working woman in a racially oppressed environment.
Whatever, she's got money and we want it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be going now.
Do you know what?
So you only get 25 credits out of that, which is not much, but then again, I never really spend credits once I get off Taris.
Yeah. Basically, I always liked the idea that my characters were not racist or classist, sexist. They just either wanted something from someone or wanted death for everyone. I think people will recognize this character in that every city has at least 10. The crazies that stand on the street corners and yell biblical messages. This guy's biblical messages are about aliens being rich or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
The time has come for action. We cannot sit idly by while
Either that or he's a
light
communist.
our glorious planet.
Should I be angry to him or should I agree with him? Should we slaughter the whole bunch or should I call him the crazy kook?
I don't really like being racist,
You are like all
Call him the crazy kook.
but at the same time,
It doesn't actually matter.
we're role-playing. You don't actually, there's no way to net anything from this conversation except for a bit of flavor, bit of fluff.
Okay, so if you keep heading straight along this direction, it's the same sort of model as the canteen.
Oh, you need to put on the,
There's a Sith base.
you need to put on the
But-
suit.
I do like how you actually have to do that instead of just having it in your inventory. I
What
mean,
sort
it's
of-
kind of an arbitrary touch, but it is kind of, like, nice.
Well, I mean, it adds to it, and you don't just think you... Like, it's a very small thing, and it's mostly kind of irritating. Well, not irritating, it's just more like, okay.
It's a fairly
But
arbitrary
it-
thing after the first time you've played it, but the first time you played it, it's kind of like, how do I get down there? Oh, okay, I got extra. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Basically, you should take it off because it's horrid.
It's actually incredibly bad armor, yeah.
It's 2 armor, but
It's actually better for Karth than his standard clothing.
Yeah.
So I should probably put that on him.
Um,
It does actually change the reaction of the guys around the corner, which we will see in a second.
yeah, we probably should have bought him armor, but whatever, we'll just get some more.
Well, he's got Sith armor.
No, he's got clothing on.
I just put Sith armor on him.
Well, it's not very good.
It's better than clothing.
I like your logic. These guys have really strange faces. We are the owl people. We look like owls. We have no reason to look like... Something I never liked about Star Wars was that every alien was humanoid.
Oh yeah, that's something I agree with you definitely on that.
Like, why isn't there just like like obviously there's the huts and
yeah.
like and the things with 2 heads, but everything else is basically just a like a human with funny skin
Yeah,
and weird eyes.
I know why that happened, but I don't like it.
Yeah, like it seems like lazy thinking to me.
Oh, it's sort of 1990s budgets on films and stuff.
Except like it was in 1970.
Oh well, I'm talking about that stuff as well. I do it for everything.
Don't worry about it.
So
Throw
that
one again.
dialogue, I assume I didn't
Oh,
actually.
you threw it! It was just horrible. Horrible.
I didn't actually look at what the dialogue was, but I assume it was like, we don't like Sith around here, buddy.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. If you don't wear the Sith uniform, they're like, who the hell are you?
We're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
The outcome's the same, but it's a nice time.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing that just sort of adds something to the game.
Actually, if they ever hit you, the Volker shock sticks can actually be kind of irritating because they just stun you.
Alright, we're gonna kill these guys. You can't actually get through that door no matter what you do
Like, you can kill these
at
guys.
this point, but experience is experience.
Ready?
We're gonna do some sort of tactical gameplay.
He sounds like such a Captain Douchebag. Just like, I'm good and clean and morally hygienic.
We're just gonna kill these guys for the
I don't believe in sex before marriage. It just doesn't happen. Not in my world. Oh, we died.
well, that's not surprising. 'Cause,
We are really weak.
yeah, we're pretty weak at this point.
Basically, our character is terrible in combat, but once he gets force moves, he is a force to be reckoned with. So, I feel
Well, Karth is pretty bad too, so.
this force sucks.
That is one amusing thing about dice rolls.
Like in this game, when you miss, you don't miss by like a lot. You just shoot the floor.
Yeah. There we go.
And when you hit, you just
actually,
kill
I
'em.
think on that note,
Now we're dead.
now that we're crawling ourselves back off steadily off the floor after getting
I think
beaten and
Karth saved
bloodied,
us again.
um,
Like a chump.
I think we're gonna call it this one.
Thanks, guys. This has been part 2 of our Knights of the Old Republic 1 playthrough. I'm Zand.
I'm Paulie.
I hope you've enjoyed it, and please subscribe and look us up on Facebook.
Possibly even Twitter.
We are LaggingAusGamers.
And we're out.